Today we are gathered here today to represent the life of Randy Fitzsimmons. His death was very unfortunate, and he's left on a huge legacy of being the sixth member of the Hives. I don't know how I want to go about this, to be honest. It's just a bit bogus what happened. You could say it's a bit bogus operandi, if you will, because there was some pretty good, solid stuff that came out of his mind. There's been a lot of great ideas that's been pitched in to some of their bigger, more livelier tracks that he's helped write, and it's honestly quite upsetting. It's like there's a trapdoor solution in the band's mind to continue his legacy through this album, with some tracks being relatively longer and some being really quick paced, most of them being so quick paced that they barely succeed a minute, with some interesting ideas that I think lift that classic Hive sound that he would have wanted them to continue with. Well, in his last few years, it's been a countdown to shutdown for Randy Fitzsimmons, my apologies, and bringing it closer to his untimely death has brought us one of the best performances within the soul writing and management of how this album came to be, with this also being a really strong approach and just an overall satisfying ending in his legacy. His body showed signs of rigor mortis while playing radio in the background. It wasn't the best time to play it, but we wanted to lift his spirits up with some really good, some really clean punk from this Swedish punky outlet that has some of the most creative songwriting, some of the most iconic tracks, like Hate to Say I Told You So, but I don't think we can have that again, can we? It's hard to stick up with what's been going now. It doesn't feel real that they're continuing on this way, but we can't go against the wishes of the band, as this is what Randy apparently would have wanted. This whole scenario is smoke and mirrors, which we don't know the full extent of how exactly he died, but we just know that he's been a very crucial member, and he's provided some really good elements, especially with how he's played with the whole band. I think probably one of their best performances in a long time. After 12 years, they've got together to give him a big tribute. It's quite upsetting, and I don't know how they cope, but it was a crash into the weekend that everyone had a celebration to celebrate the life of Randy Fitzsimmons. It was a party in his honour. We won't forget his amazing contributions and his loving personality. Sometimes there will be two kinds of trouble with him when it comes to his personality being a little bit more electric, adding some different ideas where they weren't necessarily needed, but giving it a different change nonetheless. The way the story goes is all sort of over the place in some areas, but it still collects as a true reflection on the band. I remember the time he called the band members about the bomb. I don't know what that meant, but I think it was a prank to scare them, but I wouldn't know. But all I can know is that they seem to have a lot of fun when they were doing all these little silly gags and having a fun time, and that seems to be what they wanted to do here, is just have a fun time. I don't know if he ever did anything to anyone. I don't know if he's been a problematic point in the band in his final years, or if it's just been a whole new era for the band. But some might say it's a step out of the way. Maybe without him the band couldn't go on, but we'll have to see. Anyway, this is the life of Randy Fitzsimmons. This is the death of Randy Fitzsimmons. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to give this I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. He will be missed. Thank you.